Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Lakers legend Magic Johnson fires shot at Anthony Edwards. Los Angeles Lakers legend Magic Johnson had some things to say about Minnesota Timberwolves star Anthony Edwards. Though Edwards did not directly call out Johnson, the latter revealed why he doesn't respond to young players like Edwards. "I never respond to a guy who's never won a championship," Johnson told ESPN's Stephen A. Smith at an August 21 Legends Dinner event at Yamava Resort and Casino near San Bernardino, California. "He didn't win a college championship. I don't even know if he won a high school championship. I never respond to a guy who's never won a championship. He didn't win a college championship. I don't even know if he won a high school championship." Magic Johnson to Anthony Edwards after he said Michael Jordan was the only player that had skill in the 90s. In an August 19 Q&A with the Wall Street Journal, Edwards denigrated the players from Johnson's era. "I didn't watch it back in the day, so I can't speak on it," he said, according to the paper. "They say it was tougher back then than it is now, but I don't think anybody had skill back then. Michael Jordan was the only one that really had skill, you know what I mean? So that's why when they saw Kobe, Bryant, they were like, oh, my God. But now everybody has skill." Johnson has been considered one of the nicest NBA personalities, so it is rare to hear him say something so scathing. He is also widely considered among the best NBA players ever, having won 5 championships, 3 Most Valuable Player awards, and 3 Finals MVPs, among his many other accolades. Johnson's skills made him a multifaceted point guard who made the Lakers relevant throughout the 1980s. Johnson was not the only player who did not take Edwards' words lying down. Detroit Pistons legend Isaiah Thomas responded to Edwards on his X account, writing, "Propaganda works, so be careful what you choose to believe." Thomas perhaps insinuated that Edwards had been swayed by ESPN's The Last Dance, a 10-part documentary that celebrated Jordan's career and the Chicago Bulls dynasty of the 1990s. Thomas is also considered one of the best players in NBA history. One of Johnson's titles came against the Pistons in 1988, but Thomas and the Pistons got them back the following year. They repeated in 1990 before the Bulls took over. Though Johnson fired those shots at Edwards, he still recognizes greatness in other players who came after him. In an interview with Nightcast Media, Johnson explained why he believes fellow Laker legend Kobe Bryant should be in the conversation for the greatest basketball player of all time. "Yeah, because we know Kobe belongs in that conversation even today. Kareem, Kobe, and they all wore the purple and gold. So I think about what Kobe meant to the game of basketball worldwide, and to me offensively he's the second best dude in terms of at that shooting guard, small forward positions behind Michael Jordan. When you think about scoring-wise, nobody could stop Kobe just like nobody could stop Michael Jordan." Johnson returned to play for the Lakers for the 1995-96 season, 1 year before Bryant entered the NBA. Sexual assault case against ex-Lakers star gets major update. The man who accused former Los Angeles Lakers star Dwight Howard of sexual assault and battery dropped the civil lawsuit he initially filed against him, according to ESPN. The case was dismissed Monday, August 19, in Gwinnett County Court in Georgia. By filing a dismissal of all the claims he had against Howard with prejudice, Harper can no longer refile a lawsuit on those claims. Howard's camp through Justin Bailey, one of his attorneys, maintained that Harper was not paid to drop the lawsuit, according to ESPN. Harper initially filed the lawsuit in July 2023, 2 years after his alleged encounter with Howard, who was still a member of the Lakers in 2021. He accused the 8-time NBA All-Star center of sexually assaulting him, intentional infliction of emotional distress and false imprisonment. Howard denied Harper's allegations in an October 2023 filing, according to ESPN. The 3-time NBA Defensive Player of the Year claimed in his defense that his encounter with Harper was of consensual sexual activity. In the original complaint obtained by ESPN, Harper's lawyers claimed their client and Howard initially talked via Instagram direct message in May 2021. Harper showed a couple of evidence to prove his claims, screenshots of the alleged Instagram chats between him and Howard and an Uber receipt of his trip to the ex-NBA star's residence in Georgia on the night of the alleged encounter. It took 1 year for Harper to report the incident to the Gwinnett County Police Department, according to ESPN. No charges were filed at that time. This is nothing more than a classic case of unrequited love, Howard's lawyers wrote in the December filing obtained by ESPN. Luka Doncic to Lakers? NBA Insider says it's possible. The Los Angeles Lakers have always been about star players since the beginning of the franchise. No matter what era, the Lakers have had star players wear the purple and gold jerseys. Los Angeles still has LeBron James and Anthony Davis on the roster, but James is likely to retire in the coming years. Once he does, the Lakers will need to pivot to find another star player to pair with Davis. Over the weekend, NBA reporter Kevin O'Connor reported that the Lakers have their sights on Dallas Mavericks star guard Luka Doncic to replace James once he retires. This sparked all sorts of narratives around the team. Another reporter, Scoop B. Robinson, took to social media to discuss the validity of the Doncic rumors. He spoke to an NBA source of his about the idea, and they said that the rumors were funny but not impossible. It would require absolute chaos to transpire in Dallas. Them, Mavs, missing the playoffs again to start. Which would be crazy. But not impossible. Lakers would basically have to also pay him over $500 million to leave Dallas. I think Doncic would be the perfect replacement for the Lakers, but it's unlikely to happen. The Mavericks just reached the NBA Finals, so unless they have a dramatic drop-off, Doncic likely will stay with the team. Doncic has 2 more years remaining on his contract after this current season, including a player option for $48 million. The star guard will have to decide on what he wants to do with the Mavericks long-term. If he were to tell them that he wanted to test free agency, Dallas would have no choice but to try to trade him to avoid losing him for nothing. This is when the Lakers could sneak into the picture. The Lakers could either trade for Doncic if the Mavericks were willing to play ball. Or they could outright sign him in free agency if he made it that far. Pairing him with Davis would set the Lakers up for massive success long-term. It would instantly keep them in the championship window, and Doncic would become the face of one of the more historic teams in sports. Doncic in Los Angeles makes all the sense in the world, but it will be tough to pry him from Dallas. It's a pipe dream for now, but in the NBA, nothing is out of the question. The Los Angeles Lakers have still yet to make a meaningful move in the offseason, not signing or trading for any players. With 2 tradable first-round picks, the Lakers have assets to land a player who could help them win next season with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. However, 2 first-round picks could make it difficult for the Lakers to find a third star. The Lakers also have to think about the post-James era. Kevin O'Connor of The Ringer said on the Mismatch podcast that the Lakers have their sights set on a player who would help them in the post-James era. He named Luka Doncic of the Dallas Mavericks as the player they're interested in. And they clearly are thinking about that already. I've reported on this podcast and on The Ringer how they have their sights set for Luka in the future, O'Connor said on August 23. We'll see if that works out. Dallas just made a finals. Dallas is looking better than ever with their supporting cast. That may not work out. But the Lakers, by not trading their future picks, clearly they're still thinking long-term at this point. They're not going all in like you might expect many teams to do with LeBron James. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Luka Doncic? Leave your opinion in the comments.